Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka you know who this is. All righty, y'all. This is Tall Tale Thursday. We got another installation, and of course, I got some another Tall Tale stories to share with y'all. Probably some stuff y'all didn't even know, because I didn't even know this, because they don't need to talk about it in school. But that's okay. Each one teach one, then all shall know, right? I'm a firm believer in that. Y'all already know that, right? So before I get into today's show and topic and all the good, while we're waiting for the rest of the panel to show up, if they show up, this book right here, Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. I found something disturbing out. And what I found out that disturbing that this is a really good book. But they said that if I want to get it on the bestsellers list, that I would have to pay to get on the bestsellers list if you want to inflate and put your book up, right? Now, why would I want to pay money to get something on the bestsellers list that actually is a good book that once people read it, it will get there automatically? And they were saying to a spearhead or launch it. No. Read it, launch it. I'm not going to do no payola. I'm not going to say, hey, this book is good and I'm going to pay to get it to number one. That's not fair and that's honest. That's not honest and that's not fair, because a lot of books that's number one shouldn't be. And a lot of books that's not number one should be. If this book, it has wings, okay? It's going to take flight on its own. This is a good book, Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. Once you read it, it's funny stories, the sad stories, stuff that's gonna make you angry, cry. But it's a fictional book. It's a good story. The writer, the author, is a good storyteller, and you guys should read this book. Cop it, get it, and even go on Amazon. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, any digital outlet. It's even on the Apple Store. Okay, that you could go to the Apple Books and get this book. So, and it's on sale now on Amazon. So there's no reason by the new year that everybody shouldn't have this book. Because like I said, it's a good story. And I know that once the people start reading this, it will automatically shoot up the charts. Instead of somebody have to pay to put your book at number one. That is so dishonest. And I'm not about doing that. Not being dishonest. Because I'm gonna honestly tell you, it's funny, it's a good book. I enjoyed reading it. And I'm honestly going to tell you that Molly Moss, sea moss, a lot of people don't know about sea moss, and it's natural. It's 102 vitamins and mineral. And out of that 102 vitamins and mineral, 92 of those vitamins and mineral your body actually needs. So, and Molly Moss, I call him the sea moss boss, because the things that he does with sea level, he takes it to the next level. the sea moss. I'm sorry, the things he does with the sea moss, he takes it to the next level. There it is. Aha. I knew I was going to get it right. Listen, you don't have to take my word for it. Go get his lemonade, which is the bomb. I love the lemonade. Go get his smoothies. I haven't had his smoothies yet, but I heard that it's awesome. The way he infuses the sea moss, where you don't even taste the sea moss. I do it two ways. I do it in my lemonade. I have him make the lemonade, which is delicious, by the way. He used natural sweeteners like agave. He don't use no simple syrup. He don't use like the regular sugar. He used the good stuff, and you won't. It's undetectable. He put ginger lemonade with ginger in it. Who have heard such things? But this guy, he does his infusions, and they are delicious. Okay, and I take it. I usually get the golden sea moss, and I take 2 tablespoons and stir it in my coffee. Anything that's hot will melt the sea moss and it will dissolve, and you won't even taste the sea moss in your coffee. Or you could do that with hot tea. It dissolves. Is that jelly stuff? It dissolves. So for a limited time, you could get an 8 ounce jar of sea moss and shades of blue. Hit up Molly, DM him, contact me, start getting your product today. I'm not gonna tell you nothing bad. It's something good to have. Yes. Okay. So while this is Tall Till Thursdays, and we're going to talk about some people you may have heard of, and some people I know you haven't heard of. Like I know a couple of these stories you guys haven't heard because, like I said, they don't teach it in school, and the only way you know it if you go digging for it. All righty, all righty. Okay. Let me invite the rest of the people in. Come on in, come on in. And because we have a lot of videos to share, a lot of history stuff to share with you all, I'm going to get started with the first video. Molly?
Idi Amin was a brutal dictator, one of the worst of the last 100 years.
Idi Amin Dada was born in Koboko, Uganda, and joined the British colonial army in 1946. As part of the King's African Rifles, he served as an assistant cook who proved himself to be an ambitious soldier.
While he was part of the British colonial army, he started to develop a very bad reputation as somebody who would torture people during interrogations. People who were supposed to be arrested would suddenly end up dead. The British nonetheless kept promoting him.
As a close associate of Prime Minister and President Milton Obote, Amin rose to the rank of Major General and led an attack on the King of Baganda in 1966.
There were stories that the Baganda were arming themselves to oppose the government of Prime Minister Obote. Reluctantly, Obote decided that those Baganda that were arming themselves should be disarmed, and he sent Amin to do that. But when Amin got there, he used excessive force that resulted in hundreds of people dead, property destroyed, and the king fled into exile.
After relations with Prime Minister Obote soured, Amin staged a relatively bloodless coup on January 25, 1971, and took power over Uganda.
Idi Amin staged his coup against Milton Obote when Milton Obote went to attend the Commonwealth Heads of State conference in Singapore. At first, he didn't kill many Obote loyalists, but in 1972, the year after the coup, people were literally massacred.
After establishing military rule in Uganda, Amin demonstrated eccentric and ruthless behavior.
Idi Amin tried to give himself these sophisticated titles, His Excellency, President for Life, Dr. Al-Haji Idi Amin, King of all the beasts on the earth and the fishes in the sea, and liberator from the British Empire of all of Africa and Uganda in particular. And that's not just a sentence, that was his title.
Amin ordered massive massacres motivated by ethnic, political, and financial factors, and created a death toll estimated by Amnesty International at 500,000.
The people of Uganda coined the name Aminism. People were arrested, people were tortured, people were killed. It was a terrible period, unprecedented in the history of Uganda.
In 1976, Amin offered safe haven in Entebbe, to the Palestinian hijackers of Air France Flight 139. After many of the hostages were rescued and flown home via Kenya, Amin retaliated by killing hundreds of Kenyans living in Uganda.
Idi Amin's reaction to the Entebbe raid was to become even more vicious. He killed Dora Bloch, who was one of the passengers on the plane. He then killed many of the supporters or presumed supporters of Milton Obote.
Amin invaded Tanzania in 1978, but the Tanzanian army overthrew his government, forcing him to flee to Libya. After accepting asylum and living freely in Saudi Arabia, Idi Amin died of kidney failure on August 16, 2003.
Mark Twain is now thought of as America's first celebrity because he was so good at capturing the public imagination, and it became important to him to have a public image.
Okay, Mr. Idi Amin. It was the book that I read on Idi Amin years and years and years ago. I can't think of the author. I gotta look for the book. I can't find the book. The book, I don't throw away any books. So if somebody got the book somewhere, or I might have linked it out, loaned it out. But it's an awesome book. It's an awesome story, and it just goes to show when he started out being violent and all of that stuff. The British Army, they wanted him to do that because he was doing what? Stepping on the necks of people that look like him. Okay. And that's why they was branching and ranking them to the ranks, because they figured just like with the slave trade here in America, they would get your own to oversee you and keep and whip you into shape. Sometimes you'll get those good ones that was good overseas, and sometimes you get the ones that was worse than the master because they wanted to prove something. Marley, what you got to say?
I'm wondering where everybody they ducking Thursday, huh? But that's my first time hearing about them. I never heard
Idi Amin.
Yeah, it sounds like the people of today. It just they do it differently. That's why I tell people be careful who they put as leaders. Because they got these black people as leaders, and they push them and they back them because they doing the dirty work. Towards their own people, and they allow them to do it over and over. That's why you hear 20, 30 years later, oh, R. Kelly did this. P. Diddy did this person did this. They've been doing it, and these people was allowing them to do it. And then when they came to a point that they didn't want to do it no more, they punished them. So I ain't shocked that I'm hearing this story. It's just crazy that this is my first time hearing it. What's up, Weezy?
Yes.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
We doing good.
Happy Thursday, y'all.
Happy Thursday. You got new earphones, don't you? New speakers, don't you?
No, I had my headphones on yesterday. My phone is actually on the charger. I'm not feeling well, so that's probably why I started yesterday and thought maybe I can fight it, but last night and the day showed me, nope, I gotta let it go through the process.
Well, you know what I'm going to ask you. What are you taking for you feeling under the weather? What you taking?
And you should know that I don't take anything.
And that's why you should take some magnesium and zinc, and get you some sea moss. If you got some of Marley's sea moss,
I keep on forgetting to get it from, but I have been taking some D3 and K2. It's a vitamins with black seed oil. And so I've been taking that for a few days, but this was before I even got sick. So,
well, as soon as the first sign, zinc helps, and it helps the body heal, and your body needs zinc. That's the regular vitamin: zinc, elderberry, and magnesium. Okay, lady.
Yes, ma'am.
Since you ain't got no sea moss,
Hey, Molly.
People been going to him. He been real busy. Because it's that time of year. Everybody under the weather. They need a little sea moss in their life. They be like, Molly, because it helps eat up the mucus. People be all boogery and stuff. Boogery. That's my new word. Be all boogery. Yes, I say boogery. And it really helps. We were talking about Idi Amin Dada, Tall Tale Thursday. And And I was just telling him, and Molly was like, wow, I didn't know about this Uganda. They called him the Uganda headhunter. He was a ruthless dictator. Boubacar, what he said, some of it was true, but Boubacar don't know the whole truth. He may have ran off the Indian people out the land and the Asians out the land, but he let them people go. And he killed his own people that look like you and me. He killed us. But he let the other people get out this land, get out this country. Why did you let the other black people free? And President Obote was the president at the time, and any Obote sympathizers, he killed those people. If you had voted for Obote, he would kill you and your family. That is not a good person at all. That's why the British Army, he was a daggone chef. He sent them, the white people sent him down there to subdue the black people. Oh, go on down there with your own kind. But Edie got vicious. He let the power go to his head, and he just tore his people up. Why? See, and like Molly was saying, a lot of times we put people in place, because we think they're black, we think they're going to be for us, they're going to do for us a great job. No, not necessarily, baby. Not necessarily. Like I said, it's like
they say all skin folks ain't kin folks.
That's right. That's right. Malik said that. Big Bay in here. We got Mike Lee in the house. Michelle.
Yeah, he said good morning, beautiful. Joyce Bain said good morning, beautiful. Felicia said good morning.
Joyce in here, hey, Lord Joyce is in here. That's you know. Yes.
You said Michelle here. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, yeah, Michelle is here. Hey, Michelle. Okay, and a lot of people didn't know that story, and like whoever said that all skin folk ain't your kinfolk, that ain't that the truth. It seems like sometimes people of your own hue do you worse than anybody else can, and that's because that's that self-hate that's preserved in their heart. They teach you to hate yourself. So because if I love me, guess what, Weezy? I'm gonna love you too. If you're a good person, I'm gonna love you too. He killed so many people, and when I read the story, I did do some digging and research. He cut up one of his wives. That's not a good person. To me,
wow.
That's just not a good person. He cut her arms off, and it was in the book. And I researched, he did that, and it was also, they depicted that in the movie. In the movie that they did with him with Forrest Whitaker, that was a good movie.
What movie was that?
The Last King of Scotland.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
The Last King of Scotland.
Lee said absolutely.
The Last King of Scotland. When he cut that lady's arms off and sewed it back on. He cut her arms and her legs off and put her arms where her legs is and her legs where her arms supposed to be. That is just a level, and you do that to one of your wives that birthed your baby, that birthed your son. That's not a good person. You were not a good leader. You were a terrorist. You were a black Hitler that wanted to kill your people. That's what you were. The power went to the head. You started off as a dago assistant cook of all things. It's like you making it to president when you started off as the parking lot attendant of the 7-Eleven. And then the next day, go on down there and clean that stuff up. Go on down there. And that's how eager to please.
What you say, Molly?
No. I was laughing at Reese talking about.
Oh.
What did he say?
Straight money.
I can't hear you. What you say? What you say?
He said he was laughing at you. What you said?
What I say?
I guess talking about he was a cook, he's like he was in the parking lot.
I said, yeah, the attendant of the parking lot of 7-Eleven. I'm the manager of the attendant of the parking lot, the assistant to the attendant of the parking lot.
Lee says she needs the link.
I sent you the link, Lee. I sent
I
it.
send it to you again. I
And
send
Molly
it to
sent
you.
it to you again. I
I
sent it
do
to
not.
her via text and I sent it to her on IG. I'm gonna link up with this lady. No, I'm
Joyce
not talking
said,
about Idi Amin.
oh, Mike Lee said, I pray that Heavenly Father watching over everybody going through the holidays. Stay blessed up. Amen.
Amen.
And hold on. And Joyce said, hey ladies, I love you guys. Yes, he did do that, Reese. I saw that movie.
Yeah, and what's worse is the books and the history books.
And
So
Lee laughed.
I checked out 4 sources now. 4 sources on like I'm like, okay. And then I went to the what do the Africans say about Idi Amin? And they was like saying, oh no. His own people was like, oh no. So I'm like, yeah, okay. It's cool. We get the gist of it. And the victims of the people's families, we get the gist of it. But I got another video that I want to share. Because like I said, I was doing some looking. And when I started looking and doing the research, I realized that African people are some of the most beautiful, unique people that they look. It's so people might say, oh, that's ugly. But I
Yes,
was like,
they are
oh,
gorgeous.
beautiful. That beautiful pitch black skin and it's smooth and their teeth are beautiful. I was like, oh, if chewing sticks get your teeth like that, my grandmother said when they grew up, they used to chew sticks, whittle it, and that's how they brush their teeth out of chewing sticks. And I heard some African people say that they chew on stuff, and some people chew on bamboo shoot and all that stuff. I'm like, whatever they're doing, oh my goodness. What kind of lotion is some of these people using? They have beautiful skin like that. The cocoa leaves and the aloe
Their skin
vera.
is gorgeous.
Oh my goodness. And then, let's just watch some videos, y'all. You'll see. You'll see.
Africa was not originally called Africa. We had a completely different name. Wow. I'm going to tell you what Africa was called, why the name changed, and who changed it. Pay attention. The landmass we now know as Africa was home to many peoples over the centuries: Moors, Numidians, Nubians, Carthaginians, and Ethiopians. The name Africa was created by Europeans, and the Romans popularized it in the West as part of their conquest of the region, specifically the northern parts of the continent. The word Africa was Greek and Latin origin. Africa in Latin means sunny, and Phrike in Greek means the spirit of horror. The land was known by many names, such as Ortygia, Kofi, Libya, and Ethiopia. But what was the original name of Africa? The indigenous name. It was Alkebulan, which translates to the Garden of Eden and Mother of Mankind.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
we did, and Boubacar was like, oh, it was Ethiopia. That's just a section of Africa, of the Ethiopian people, because that's what they came across was the Ethiopia. So they called all of Africa Ethiopia. No. Yes, they did, but it was all called Kofi, and we know it was a lot of things. Okay, and but the original name, Mother, Garden, Eden, Mother, what was it? The Garden of Life or something like that.
Eden.
Eden, Alkebulan. And that's before all of that. See, Boubacar, I was doing my research. I came across this because Boubacar again, he was like, oh, no, this and all that. I'm like, let me go back because I know we did a show on it, in which we did. And then I came across this. I said, they ain't nothing but spirits. That's the ancestors. And I'm enlightening you, Boubacar, wherever you are. I got 2 for 2 so far, Boubacar. So wherever you are, when you get on here, I'm enlightening you. I'm taking this knowledge that I've received and I'm passing it on to you so you may receive the proper knowledge. See, that's the problem. We got to get the accurate knowledge and we got to get the proper. And not just what people say. Say, I had to go back and research and read. Ask Molly, I'd be up 1, 2 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning doing it. And Louisa, you never see what you're doing. I said, I'm researching.
Yeah, the thing is though, he wasn't incorrect.
No, he's
but
not.
It's good to know the origin of things. So
Yes. And I was like, yeah, it was called Ethiopia, but it was called something else before that. And before that, before Africa, before Ethiopia, it was called something else. you know. So, and then that the word Africa, everybody said, oh, it came from the guy that Africanus, his name,
Oh
the general,
yeah.
you know.
Hmm.
But see, it's not even that. See, they was getting ready to get some white man some credit for discovering Africa. Again, how can you discover what's already there? That's you know, and they know they wrong. They won't let us do it because if that's the case, I will discover some bank accounts. I will discover some cars, you know, and we could just go around Louisa and just discover things. How about that? I could discover some groceries. I'm like, you know what I mean? What else? What I guess say, Molly? What you say about that, Molly?
You're gonna discover some groceries.
Think it's funny. You know, I just think it's funny that anybody think that they know. And that's what white people do. It was Africa is still called Africa. So they did conquer it. It was named after a white man, Africanus. So a lot of people, I'm from Africa, but he took over, and that's what rulers do. They name things after them. But even if you want to go back to whatever name you think it is, we don't know when the earth really actually started. You know, it could have been called the Garden of Eden, but what was it called before that? And what was it called
Right.
before that? It's like I ask people all the time, what's your great grandmother name? They don't know, you know. So it's like you can't go back in your family history, but for somehow you know where was this person, who was the prophet, who was the king of the kings, and how they parents. Like, come on, learn your history
You
before
got to
anything.
do some
But
research.
yeah,
I
even if you
know.
research, it's
I
gonna
know
put you
where
at the
my.
time.
I know what my great grandmother was named. Her name was Viney Walters. But a lot of people in the family don't know that. And the only reason why I know that because I had to go back and look and do the research. The earliest name or the oldest name for that continent was Alkebulan. The oldest that's written, you know, that we have, you know, labeled as that was the oldest.
And somebody
But
named it. Who named it?
I guess the people of that time, of whoever was in that continent at that time,
Exactly.
whoever was
Meaning they
living
did.
there.
Meaning they would have done the same thing. How can they name land that they don't own? This is God Earth. We can't really name anything. I just think it's for landmarks to know where you at. If I say I'm in New York, I know I'm in New York. You know how to get to me. So a lot of people get caught up saying this is actually our land and this is where we know all this is our land. Like white, black, Chinese, don't matter. The color, the animals, the plants, the trees. We start putting this division up saying this is DC, this is Virginia, this is, and they got different laws and different rules, but it's really one earth. So when we get caught up
Yeah,
into all
that's
this,
true.
the true history, it ain't really no true history. It's just how far can you go back? Like you said, you know your great grandmother name, but do you know her mother name? Do you know her great grandmother name? No. So it's just like you only can go back as far
So
as
far.
you
You
got
go back
the
to so
information.
far.
So far, that's how far you can go back. But it still was history before that, and we don't know it. So it can't say that their history is true. This what the land is really called because it was called something before that. So that's how I look at it.
That is very much true. I agree. I concur. Molly, let's set up the next video. Weezy, can you read what the people are saying? I see a 100.
Oh yeah, hold on one second. Felicia said, just because you're blood don't mean you have to love them. There are plenty of relatives that we don't like. The people I call family are the ones who want to see me succeed and not try to do anything to harm me and know how to forgive me for all my faults and still love me past that. She also said, well, people believe what Europeans tell us. And Felicia said, amen. Tell it, Molly.
Yes. William McFarland is watching. That's my Uncle Stanley. I got my aunt and my uncle and my cousins and them watching.
Hey, Uncle Stanley.
Tall Tale Thursdays. We gonna learn something today. People gonna learn something today. I promise you. I got something on there that I want to ask y'all. Do y'all know about? I can't wait till we get to it. Molly, let's go to the next video.
Sexy on the cover. She call me Miss Bombastic, send me fantastic. Touching on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic, send me fantastic. Touching on me back, she says I'm Mr. Boom. Sexy on the cover.
Okay, that man is sexy. I don't care.
You
I
know,
don't
I
know
think
what Boubacar be talking about the black man. I always thought the blacker the bird, the sweeter the juice. That black joker is sexy. Body, statue is built. Go on, get him, Mr. Lover Lover.
I've seen some videos of him walking through the market, and people look people people look at him, but they look at him like that because he doesn't have a shirt on. They're not used to.
That's the one that they used to call like the trash man. They said he used to wear crazy garb and stuff. They called him he was crazy. They thought he was crazy,
wow.
and he became a model. Is that the one that he told his sister? Oh wow! So that's the one because that's the same guy. That's the story, his backstory. That people used to be looking at him. He was like, "I'm gonna be a model," and he used to wear discarded garments and stuff and make different clothes and design. Look at him. That's the one that's walking through the city. Wow. He must be a Zulu warrior, Mandinka, of the Mandinka tribe. Ooh.
So now one of y'all gonna mention the kids in the back at all?
Oh, yeah, I'm getting ready to say that. I'm gonna say that.
Nah, that's the only thing she's seen the video. The dude
I saw the kids.
I love what he do with the kids, man. He do great things with the kids. He be dancing, man. He keep them in good spirits. He's a good guy, And the ladies do be on him, but acknowledge the kids.
Yes, I am going to acknowledge
those
kids, and I'm gonna give it up for them kids because they be dancing their butt off, and I love it because the kids is the one that's supporting him. The kids make it look good, even better because he got all the kids' ass. Look at the kids and stuff. Get the kids,
No, but there are a lot of videos of children. No, not just him. Without him, there are a lot of videos that I see where the kids are getting it in. Is one video I saw the other day. No, not with him though. I saw a video.
I said with the kids, with just the kids.
Oh, okay. I saw one the other day with the boy. He was doing the moonwalk, and he did the moonwalk forward, and I was like, "What? That was amazing!" They be getting it in, boy.
And let me tell you, and these kids are dancing in flip flops and barefoot. Okay. And what I say about that, when we think of dance, we have certain dance shoes, and we got to put these shoes on for that. We got to put that to slide and glide. These babies is doing that in flip. You know how hard it is to dance in a pair of flip flops without coming out your shoe.
On top of the fact that they have more balance without shoes. That's one of the lost things that we have. We're supposed to ground ourselves. We get more energies and strengths when we connect to the earth, and they have their shoes on now. They have more connection to the earth than we do because we walk in our shoes.
And we walk in our shoes and socks.
They need shoes. They don't want shoes. People always talking about they need Jordans and we need to donate shoes because they ain't got shoes. What makes you think they want shoes?
True. Free. They want their freedom. Your toes supposed to breathe and stuff like that instead of binding it up, And we gotta wear shoes here in America because there's so much glass and plastic and needles and all that stuff.
Lee, you gotta connect your mic, Lee. I see that you in here, but it's saying your mic and your camera not connected.
What Mike is saying? Oh, who's saying something?
Beautiful, blessed day. Stay blessed up. God bless you all.
Oh, thank you. Let's go to the next video. Is Lee in the house? No, she's not in here yet.
She's not connected. She got connected.
She gotta get her mic.
To get it together, we're going to roll on to the next one. What's this one?
Possums went away sometimes. Sometimes. We can even play with them because they're my pets. And I love you. Possums went away sometimes.
Okay, my question is, who letting that baby play with possums? Aren't possums dangerous?
Hey, when you're a country boy or country girl, you play with all types of stuff you ain't got no business playing with. But they're babies. I don't think they would harm him. But
where's the mama?
I don't know.
They might have ate the mama because they eat
You know what?
country
I
people
don't
eat.
know.
You know that's like Ben. That's like playing with rats. Them rodents. Those are rodents. He got all three of the babies just walking around with him. And they just did. They just yep, that's my friend.
Look, some
Uh,
kids be playing with raccoons. They be doing all types of stuff.
but I was always told that those are dangerous animals. Well,
You know, children are fearless and they don't see the world like we see them. They see everything as pure and beautiful. And the
Yeah.
only time fears develop is when we instill them into our children.
yeah, like when we was little, we found this black snake, and we didn't know it was a baby water moccasin, and we got a whooping. Me, my girlfriend Nikki Thornton, and her brother David, we used to play in the creek right where I used to live in Hilltop Gardens, and it was like the springs and stuff was there, and we was like, oh, look at that snake! Oh, we gonna catch it. We took a jar and we caught the snake was going, and we caught it. We was dumb, not knowing. I'm just thankful that the mother wasn't around because we could have got killed. When you look back,
Oh, good grief.
and I did not know why we got a whooping for that. Nikki Thornton mother, because we had it in Nikki Thornton jar. We put it in a jar with water because we didn't know what we was doing because we was giving the snake leaves to eat. So we didn't know. We didn't know. It was like they and in the water and stuff. And it was a baby water moccasin. Her mama went in there to put the socks in her sock drawer and found what we had in jar. She was like, "How did y'all catch that?" And I got a whooping from going in the creek behind the apartment building. So, yeah, we did
Like,
stupid stuff.
I mean, people got dogs, and they have to get shots, or you can catch same thing if they bite you. So it's like
Yeah.
they know what's the difference. I think a pit bull or a Great Dane and them with them Corsos, whatever them names. There's some
Cane Corsos.
dangerous, Cane Corsos. Them some dangerous dogs, and I would rather run into a possum than one of them. I'm just saying, if it was one of them out there in the woods and they were just loose, I would rather run into a possum. I just think people don't like the fact they look like a mouse or a rat.
Yeah.
Scared of mice and not scared of pit bulls. Like, that don't make sense. It's just the fact that y'all find it gross. Like, they scared of roaches, but it's like, come on, they all really just animals.
I seen a possum big as the dog. It was in the road and had red eyes. It was that night. I was like, oh, what's that? They said, that's a possum. Have you ever seen a fully grown big giant possum? It gives me the chills.
They don't get as big as any of them dogs I named.
They sure don't.
I don't want no pit bull. I don't want, because them they can eat you up. I don't want to get. I don't know. That's like playing with a tiger or a lion or whatever.
They have possum stew tonight.
Who said?
Felicia.
They had possum stew the night before. That's
I
what
can't
Mom.
believe people eat that. People do eat possum. I'm like, wow. They eat everything. They eat. I tell you. But I mean, they must those animals that little baby playing with. I'm pretty sure they must have been treated. Maybe they ate the mama, and maybe that's where they got the babies from. And maybe they letting them play with it because the mother is right there, and the possums look so subdued, and they're not trying to get away from the boy or nothing.
Yes, I might just record.
Yeah. So they're country boy. Yeah. Could you do that with a squirrel? Do you think you could? Squirrels are crazy. And they come in groups and sometimes attack you in groups.
Nah, the crackheads around my way, they got squirrel. They train them. They walk them. They walk on their shoulders and everything. I used to play with the squirrels a lot when I was.
Do y'all know what a ferret is? Is that like a ferret? Mm-hmm. I heard those could be dangerous creatures too.
Yeah.
What's not letting you in, Lee? Close out all your apps, Lee. Because you was in.
On Chrome or on Safari, use your other web browser. The web browser you're trying to use not allowing you to use your micro.
Nah, ferrets are bad.
You said they are bad?
Yeah, they bad, but
yeah, they bad.
Well, what you mean? They're wild bad or dangerous?
They bite you too.
Well, why people be having them as pets? Then I wouldn't want no fairy or no. I don't even know what a mink is. I wouldn't want no. Nope. I don't want none of that. No, thank you. I stick with my roaches. You know, so we got another video. Let's see what this one is.
All know about Rosa Parks and the Montgomery bus boycott.
Hey, this is it.
About the Safe Bus Company.
Pay attention, y'all.
Started by Black men in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and ran at the same time as the Montgomery bus boycott. The Safe Bus Company started in 1926 when a group of Black jitney drivers in Winston-Salem decided to band together so that there would be a bus available to pick up Black folks in their neighborhoods and by the businesses they worked at. Before the Safe Bus Company was created, Black folks had to walk miles to work or hitch a ride because Winston-Salem's bus company refused to run through their neighborhoods. This bus company was the largest Black-owned transportation company in the world. Safe Bus Company was highly successful and profitable, but they started to lose money when they expanded to white neighborhoods after integration in the 60s. By 1972, they were bought out by Winston-Salem's Transit Authority. So essentially, if you're riding a bus in Winston-Salem, you're riding a safe bus. The Montgomery bus boycott is very important to our history, but why don't we know about the Safe Bus Company just as much? Because yeah, it's important that we agitate. It's also important that we create. This is Mr. Ernest Krim III, your favorite Black history teacher, and this is Black History for Liberation.
Yeah, I like him. I'm like, yeah, I follow him. See,
Yeah, but we don't hear about a lot of that stuff. I've heard of it before, of course, but a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know our history and the things that we created, the things that we had, and how we lost it because of segregation. Well, I'll say not necessarily due to segregation, but because we chose not to use our own things due to segregation.
Yeah, that's how they went bankrupt. Had to end up selling the company when they started letting white folk in. That messed it up. And it was the Safe Bus Company. That's why the name was Safe, because they had to get our people back and forth to work safe. When we were denied passage, we found our own way. And that just goes to show that we could do stuff just as good, if not better. You know, you don't have to give me no ride. Guess what? I'll make my own ride. That's okay. You don't have to give me a seat at your table. Guess what? I'm gonna build a whole table over here. And that's what we got to start doing for ourselves. When they close one door, when they close the door, knock down the wall. How about that?
Yep, make your own door.
No, make your own. Cut down the whole wall. Oh, knocking at you got your door, but I got a wall here.
Yeah, it's called the finesse. They still be finessing this all the time. They get people to push one narrative to get rid of the other. Because back then the bus routes was great. Everything was going great. They got Harriet Tubman. I mean, basically, who was already. I mean, Rosa Parks. I get that messed up. Rosa Parks. My bad, Harriet. Rosa Parks, because I like her. I don't like Rosa too much. You know, once I learn more, because she was already working with them. She was already working with the government. She was an industry plant, what they call. So they got her to get on this bus, which she wasn't the only woman in front on the bus.
She wasn't the first one.
Yeah, and they've been doing this for numbers of times, but nobody gave it any attention. There's plenty of Black men and Black women who've been arrested for doing the same exact thing. But why did they give attention to her? Because that was one
because she was light skinned and she was part of the NAACP. She was a secretary at NAACP. So that's how they end up getting that attention like that.
See, that was wrong. They trying to say ain't nobody else matter or ain't no other dark, because people's getting busted in the head and thrown off the bus. So you right. It was Rosa Parks was not the first one that said I'm not giving up my seat.
But that's the trick. The trick is to fight for everybody that had the right to get on these white people bus. But what they forgot is we got our own bus. What they should have been fighting back then, like we don't need to get on that front of the bus. None of us should be fighting to be on the front. We had our own restaurant, but we was fighting to eat with the white people. We was fighting to drink out the same
faucet. You another link. Hold on.
They had whites and blacks. All we had to do was claim the Black side, make sure the Black side was good.
Yeah, a good conversation. This is
and the more we kept doing it, the more they kept throwing us the opposite way. Fight for this, fight for equal
Molly,
rights.
I'm gonna have Molly send it directly. Molly, can you send it to Keani? He said he can't get in either.
I'm gonna test it to him.
Why can't nobody get in? Louisa, you
The
got
link you sent me was acting up, so I had to use the one Molly sent.
No, Louisa was why it was acting up for me to get it. Molly, can you text me the link and I'm gonna just text from now on?
Well,
Just
he
text
said
it
he
to the
about
phone.
he about to do it, but
Okay.
you know, but Molly was making
Keani
some
ready
good,
to come on.
Molly was making some great points, and it is very important that we learn past the history that is told. Just like Black history, a lot of that is the polished part of it, or the mask of it. Again, there were so many people who had sat down and refused to leave, and like you said, they got busted beside the head, got locked up, ain't no telling. So it you know, the movement, there was a reason for the movement, but we also have to recognize those who lost lives or who went through a more difficult aspect of fighting for freedom and rights before the cameras, you know.
Right. And that's the truth. Molly texted to me so I could text it to their phone as well. Like if you text it to my phone, I'm gonna directly text that. I'm gonna just send that link to everybody. I don't know why it's not working. I do because I know that's probably why JoJo Baby and Booba Cow is not in there. And I'm supposed to be sharing it. Make sure I share it with him. Look at this. Keani still talking. Can y'all hear Keani?
We supposed to stay right down the street, nigga. Stay 5 minutes, 10 minutes down the street and came like a family member.
Okay. Molly just did this to me, Keani. I'm gonna forward it to you now.
Yeah, you should have it. That's what I'm saying, Louise. We got to watch them trick bags because that's how they get us. When we fighting for one thing like black rights or anything, they push us to look elsewhere, you know. So
you
gotta stay focused.
Right. Because they like this. Hey, look what's in this hand, and the whole time doing something sneaky with the left hand.
But
look over here.
Everybody's saying start a black business, support black businesses. That's what they was doing before they start integrating, saying we should join the white people. Why join whites? And now we fighting to do the same thing we was already doing back then. We was already supporting blacks. We was only supporting blacks. We had black everything, you know, and we didn't support it. We wanted to be so pressed to be with the white people, eat with the white people, ride with the white people. Now we can do that. We want to get back with just us. So
not all of us. Some of us was forced. A lot of that, there was more people that wanted to be integrated because they thought assimilation was good. Assimilation ain't good for nothing. We need to be our own individual. Keep what we doing. You know, what we doing was good. When we started intertwining, some things were good and then some things wasn't. And then we lost the sense of ourselves because instead of us being like what we were, we wanted to be like what they are. And that was the sin and the shame right there in itself, if you ask me. That's because why we lost our self-love. When you get the love of self, you're gonna be like, oh, ain't nothing better than this right here. But because we didn't love ourselves, because they taught us to hate ourselves, we always felt like I gotta get better, I gotta look like them, I gotta smell like them. We started wearing, you know, everything like them. Not so.
Sorry, y'all. I had a call came through.
It's okay. We're glad you're on here. What's going on, Marley, Blue Phoenix, everybody? Good morning. Keep having a good day.
You came in here ready to talk, I see.
I'm ready. I got good night's sleep. Had a good time. We went to Nipsey last night. It was the best time ever.
Who was we?
Me and my cousin Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Greg.
Night. Okay.
Yeah, it's another place I want to take you to, Reese. It's Nipsey's. You'll like it. It's a lot of older gentlemen in between. Oh, you've been?
I've been to Nipsey's. That's
see,
what Palmer Park had, the Palmer Park reunion and stuff. And they do a comedy night. We was trying to get down there and Nipsey to do the comedy night. Mr. Manager, you should have talked to Nipsey about us coming in there, setting up
She
shop.
ready. She ready. I talk to her all the time. She there every night. We can go over there anytime to talk to her. How y'all want to do it? Because so we can go over there. You let me know we gonna go over there. She ready for us.
Oh, we could do an open mic at Nipsey's.
Yeah, they are ready for us.
Is it Upper Marlboro's right there off for 301?
Yes, it is.
It's right there in the shopping center. Now is used to be a food line. What's the Wise now? There's extra Wise. The KFC used to be in there.
It is. It's something still there, and it's a car dealership right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what Nipsey's is. Mm-hmm.
You all right?
Shop. My friend got the barbershop right next door, Randy Ranch, because I was gonna go up there and pass out some New Year's Eve flyers to the people up there. Nipsey wants to get the flyers to come on out to the show. My friend Randy owned that barbershop. How about that? From Parkdale High School. Old classmate. Yep. What say you? Yeah. I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. So, Kiani, have you seen what we've been sharing?
No. Let me see. What the hell? No.
Okay, Molly, can we play the Safe Passage video back for Kiani? Because he didn't see that. That's what we was talking about. We're gonna give you some safe passage. Did you know about this?
Rosa Parks and the Montgomery bus boycott. But how many of us know about the Safe Bus Company, which was started by Black men in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and ran at the same time as the Montgomery bus boycott? The Safe Bus Company started in 1926 when a group of Black jitney drivers in Winston-Salem decided to band together so that there would be a bus available to pick up Black folks in their neighborhoods and by the businesses they worked at. Before the Safe Bus Company was created, Black folks had to walk miles to work or hitch a ride because Winston-Salem's bus company refused to run through their neighborhoods. This bus company was the largest Black-owned transportation company in the world. Safe Bus Company was highly successful and profitable, but they started to lose money when they expanded to white neighborhoods after integration in the 60s. By 1972, they were bought out by Winston-Salem's Transit Authority. So essentially, if you're riding a bus in Winston-Salem, you're riding a safe bus. The Montgomery bus boycott is very important to our history, but why don't we know about the Safe Bus Company just as much? Because yeah, it's important that we agitate. It's also important that we create. This is Mr. Ernest Krim III, your favorite Black history teacher, and this is Black History for Liberation. Drop a comment and let me know if you knew this already.
Did you know that, Kiani?
I didn't know that, but it makes sense. I mean, we got to get around. We got to go. So it makes plenty of sense. And we made everything. We used to call it flying carpet. So yeah, I believe it for sure. We made everything. So yes, the first 100 patents came in the patent office was all minorities. So yes, we made everything. We make the whole world go around.
See, I love stuff like that. I like when I find nuggets of history to just to let our children and people know. Like, come on, we are so great. Can we all tap back into that greatness? That's all I want to do. I just want to love on my brother and have my brother love on me, and without hating one another, without hating on one another. Like I said, doing the showbiz and the comedy industry is very cliquish, and people are very team. They're not sportsmanlike at all. They're not. It's all self and it's all cliquish. It's really, this is not a good industry. The entertainment is very, it's very hard. As far as keeping your integrity about yourself and you staying grounded and staying the person that you are and making a stand. See, I just thank God and I hope and pray that He keep me the way that I am as far as my viewpoint with entertainment. I do my job, then I go home. I don't need to party, cut up, and all that other stuff like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I do my stuff and I go home. I do. When I go to work, I go to work. I try to arrive early, give it my best shot, and then my work is done. Then I'm done. I don't start no mess with nobody. Don't want no mess with nobody. I just want the door to be cracked. You know, I want a seat. Like I said, I wanted a seat at their table, and I'm at to the point I'm gonna build my own table. That's okay. Y'all ain't gotta let me in. I'll go somewhere else. Well, I'm welcome to get in.
Yeah, look, Reese,
Like that.
the next video that Molly about to play, I heard about them a couple years ago, and I was so surprised. The hockey,
Okay.
I was so surprised about that. I was like, wow, and it makes a lot of sense, but you don't hear it.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear
At
it.
hockey, that the puck was the only thing black in hockey.
Yep.
But guess what I got for you? Show us Colored Hockey League, please. We need to show this.
It says here the Colored Hockey League was hockey's first organized league in 1895.
1895, black African Canadians created hockey. Show the photos, images. There's a book called Black Ice that this white dude wrote.
Yeah.
And it's the history that they hid in Canada. Black history. Black hockey players in the 1800s.
Crazy.
And they never said shit. And it was in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia. Now, Nova Scotia, after the war, they had Africaville. Canadians created an Africaville. They don't have it anymore. They got rid of, they pushed Africans out because, a lot of people come out of Nova Scotia. Now, the first black hockey player that went to the NHL, to the Boston Bruins, was from Nova Scotia. His name was Willie O'Ree.
Okay.
Show Willie O'Ree real quick. Willie O'Ree was the first black player in hockey from Nova Scotia. The same area that black people discovered hockey, created hockey. Now, The Rock's father is from Nova Scotia. You thought that the puck was the only thing black in hockey.
Mm-hmm. Back in 1885, or was it 95? We was doing again. And let me ask y'all, black people are all over the world. We are all over. Because we are nomads. We are migrators. That's what we do. They was like, dang, black people here, black people, we all over. We like roaches. We all over the world. They may be German roaches, hissing roaches, flying roaches, but we all roaches. You know what I mean? We all over. And we discover and we do a lot of stuff that people have no idea, no clue. They come in and take it over and say, oh, this is mine, this is mine. Like I said, they always discovering something that's already there. What y'all think about that? Kiani?
That is true. They always talk about everything theirs. Even the dances. They think they came with the dances. But yes, I knew hockey was black. I mean, so was golf. Everything. When we get bored, we'll have a good time. And that's what happened. Back then, they were tired of having sex with the same women. They said, no, we gotta play a game. That's like what they did. Start playing with the hockey. It's cold out there. People breath stinking, they mad, they hungry, so just play hockey. So yeah, it makes plenty of sense. And that's why they don't want to pay us or give us the jobs and stuff. They scared of us. And guess what? I want to be on TV. I want to say, why y'all so scared of us? Why y'all so mad at us? Why are you so jealous? So not only do they copy, but the FBI has records of going to Africa, recording the voodoo doctors for 2 years, studying them and studying the tribes and studying the people. So yes, I think, hockey, football, basketball, soccer, wrestling, everything. We started it.
Molly, what you got to say? Did you know about this, Molly?
Yeah, I heard about it, and I was shocked when I first discovered, because hockey is one thing that people say was white, and what got me on it was the Black Five. A lot of people probably ain't hear about the Black Five, but for some people who did, they started the basketball league, and then white people was playing basketball, but we started our own thing. And when we played basketball, we one that started the halftime shows. So at halftime, we had entertainment, music, we had food. The white people didn't have that, and then when they integrated, like always, people stopped going to the black games. They stopped supporting it. It was a big thing. Like they were selling out just how the Knicks and Lakers games be now. But the white people start letting the black people join the white teams. And then that's when the black people starting to go into the game. So that's the same thing with the buses and everything else. I say they do it all the time. When we got our own, the Negro League, the baseball league, when they see it start to describe, they say, you know what? You can't beat them. Let them join us. Normally they say join them. They say, no, we can't beat them. Let them join us. And they
because they
fool us.
want to be more powerful, because they want to be
give us
greater.
money. It's
Yeah,
money.
we
It's money.
bring the money. We bring the attention.
Mhm. You think
What
we?
Felicia say? Don't forget, every civilization started from a black man. Did you hear what she say? Weezy, you read it. What she say?
Hold on. Don't forget. Oh, go ahead. Put it back up, Molly. Don't forget, every civilization started from a black man, an indigenous man.
Kiani, Molly, y'all hear that? You got
Oh, yes.
civilization in your loins.
I love it, but shit, I think it all starts from black women. Same thing though. I know a lot of people, biblical, they believe, you know, women came from man, but me down here in Nerve, everybody came from woman that I know. You know, so I just think black woman, that's why they say Mother Nature. You know, I just think the black woman started everything. Look at the Eve gene. She can give birth to a white, blue-eyed baby.
Yes, she can.
Only a
Yes.
black woman can do that. So the black man is okay. You know, we can help out, but I think the black woman, everything started from her.
Oh, that is
That's
so
true.
sweet.
She broke
Yeah,
it down.
so
She said that Mother Nature. You see that Mother.
without your seed, it wouldn't be anything. So
But he is paying homage to his queen. Thank you, Molly. That's why that's my brother. That's why that's
Well,
my
don't worry.
brother.
Reese and Bluefinks, you see Marty broke it down. He said Mother Nature. You see what I'm saying? He broke it down. Some people they can't explain that stuff. They're just making up stuff. He even broke it down to how it can come. You know what I'm saying? What big grown black man can have a baby back then? It don't make sense. So yeah, it makes sense.
The mad scientist is in the lab trying to work on that damn. And I feel sorry for black women because we always the lowest on the totem pole. And we always, they don't elevate us. They step on us and they keep up. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you, Molly. I love that and I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. That's why that's my little brother. That's my little king. That's my baby king right there. Me and baby brother like to run together. You know, they got a song like that for war. It's about war. It's called Me and Baby Brother. See, so we be getting it, boy. So.
That's why we gotta start bringing up some of these books and stuff that we be reading. Some of them fictional, some of them old history. I don't know if it's true or not, but a lot of them make sense. You know, it was a lot of things about how women used to meditate, and that's where you got the Jesus story and all that stuff came about, how a woman can impregnate herself, you know, and it came from God. That's why God impregnated Mary. You know, it's like, who impregnated her? She ain't had sex with no man. She was a virgin. How was she able to have a baby? They were saying in some of these books that was possible. When you reach your higher self as a woman, you can actually impregnate yourself and have a baby. So it's weird, you know, reading them stories, but it's crazy to hear people say they biblical and they believe in these books and every word. So it's like, then you believe that God can give a child to a human without having sex. It's hard. It's hard to believe, but I don't know. I think people should do it though, you know.
Well, one thing about the stories is a lot of stories been alternated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just found out about 10, 15 years ago about that the Vatican has been over everything. Like, all the history events
Everything
has been
evil.
back to the.
They've been over everything evil.
Yes, they've been over everything. All the paintings, the pictures, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Why Jesus White is because they said they paid these painters to paint an image of their self, which makes plenty of sense. You know what I'm saying? So
and the image was the man's gay lover.
There you go.
And it was a white gay man. That's who's the picture of. And so all those other paintings, Mona Lisa, Whistler's mother, and all of these, because it was men posing for these pictures. And you thinking it's women.
Against women, man. So they lying the whole time. A lot that we don't even know about, man. So that's what I was saying about the 178 worlds. Like if you look at that map, the real map, and it's also they talk about it in Miami Airport. If you ever been to Miami Airport, they're on the crazy maps, and you're like, what the kind of maps are these? So they letting you know there's some other stuff going on out here. And if it is 178 worlds, it makes plenty of sense.
Yeah,
You know,
like the imaginary. Molly speaks about the imaginary lines and border. Who told somebody that, okay, this line right here, this is such and such. This line right here, they did that. They broke that down, and the world had a different form than what it is now. Because a lot of places where there's rivers, there was dry land. A lot of places where there's dry land, there's rivers. The world mass changes. It's changing now as we speak. It's changing now. So many years ago, man is definitely made the world what it is now. They killing it. We killing ourselves. We killing the world. It's like they just so destructive. And what's going back to AI a little bit? Who's to say that AI is supposed to be intelligent and it's supposed to think for itself? We'll realize, just like an iRobot in the other movies, that man is a plague. That man causes man's grief. Man causes diseases. Man may build other things, but man also tear down stuff as well. As he builds it, he's tearing down. As he's tearing down, he's building on top of stuff that he tore down. Or he's stealing. If they're not stealing, tearing down, causing disease, wreaking havoc, Molly, let's set up the next video. I'm just like, I just feel like,
Yeah, let me read this comment real quick.
Okay.
Felicia said, don't forget every syllable of the stage. Oh, we read that. But it was the man that left the land to discover the world beyond. True, we gave birth to life, but the core and the conquering about, it was man that made the world the way it is.
Yep. William, are you watching? Are you learning, William, about the hockey team? I call him the sports machine because he's supposed to know everything about sports. Did you know that about the Black Hockey League, William? Huh? See? Because when I came across the story, I was like, oh, wow. It was just so interesting. And Kiana, you said golf too? I'm going to have to go back and do some research on golf.
Yeah, of course. Everything. Cricket, you name whatever sport they try to play, where do they get it from? From us.
Even down to marbles.
Everything.
To the Vatican. I had to run off, but I agree with a lot that you were saying, Ree. And it's a lot of women in power like Queen Elizabeth. So she dead now, but when she was just like an evil person. So it do be funny that, America think we the only ones out here and we run the world. Like that ain't the case. Like Queen Elizabeth, she was making more money than everybody probably in America combined.
That's what she was saying.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's women out here as well. So it ain't like it's just men and women. We are bad as humanity as a whole, but that's depend on what type of lifestyle you live in. Because when I was living in Scottsdale, these people don't even know that it's criminals out here. Like it's violence that go on all day, every day. They just wake up so happy. They enjoy life. They think the world is the best thing ever. Life is the best thing ever. And I think a lot of people need to find a way to tap into that mindset because the earth gonna always have killings. It always gonna be violence. But if that's what we pay our attention on, that's what we're gonna be on. We're gonna think that's what the world is all about. A lot of love out here. I think there's a lot of people that's doing great things out here. And when you focus on that energy and you promote that energy, then you'll feel like that's what the world is about. But if all you see is evil and all you see is killing, that's what your world gonna be. So I think it just depends on the person. We all having different experience. So for you might think, it's evil men out here and they just destroying the earth. For me, I just think there's humanity. I think there's some things we need to work on, but we all can still have a good life.
Well, the one thing that I saw was in Europe was, I don't know if y'all heard of Michael X. He's from Trinidad and Tobago, and he was always preaching and talking about Black Europe. That's all he talked about. Executed, but he got executed but he always talk about Black Europe, and he always had the paintings and talked about it, and he got executed. But he said he had proof that the Queen's sister was having orgies in Jamaica, and he had a tape about it. But he always was preaching about how London was always black, and then they took it over, and they was burning all the books and then paintings. And it was a movie called Fahrenheit 51. Reese, you know what I'm talking
I
about?
seen that. Yeah, with Michael B.
Mhm.
I mean, not Clark. Michael
Jordan.
B. Jordan.
So it talks about it too. So it's signs that we was here first, but we have artifacts that right now. If you ever been to London, go to the museums and then ask them about them artifacts. They'll bring them out. They in the back too. Some in the back. They gotta bring them out and show you.
The Vatican got the Black Jesus and the Black Mary. They got it. The Jesus
Oh
was
yeah.
black. They got it. They know the story
Well, see,
of it.
that's what Putin was telling everybody. Putin was telling everybody. He said, "Guess what? United States,
The
Jesus
Black
is black.
Madonna. They call it the Black Madonna. I think
The Black Madonna.
Madonna.
Yes, I got one at my house right here. I got a statue at my house right here, Black Madonna."
Felicia has a question for the gentleman. She said, "Let me ask you something. Who taught you how to love if you know how?"
Kiani.
Who taught you, like you went to school for it. I think most people still learning how to love, but a lot of people don't know what love is. Like most people ask the question, they don't understand love is an action. It ain't for saying it. A lot of people say, I love you, oh, I told you I love you. Nah, it's action. You got to show people you love them, so that's what I learned. And I feel like I learned that from my family. I can't just say my mother, my father. I just learned that from just life experience as a whole, and I just feel like it's action. You can't just say these things. And there's a lot of people who say they love certain people, but when they call and say they need you, you don't show up. When they call and say something, you don't show up. So I try to show people that I love them. I try to show up for those people, look out for those people that I say that I love, and if you ain't showing it, then I don't believe it, so I feel like I learned that just from life experience, but mostly my family as a whole.
Right. Kiani, who taught
I
you
think
how
I
to
learned God. My dad, he cold-hearted like Ruthless Records. I mean, to this day, he shake your hand, but ain't no hugs and stuff. I mean, he just, So for me, it was God, because I read the Bible every morning. I pray on my knees and stuff, and God's taught me love. God is love and love is God, and that consists of being nice, being sweet, always being caring, always being nurturing, doing stuff without thought. So I think every day I hug Malachi, and if y'all know me, I always hug everybody. I'm a hugger. You know what I'm saying? I always say I love you. It's on my answer machine. So for me, it's that nurturing part. You know what I'm saying? So doing stuff without caring, just do it. And that's what it's about. If you have any questions, y'all can call me too.
202. Go ahead, give him the number, Kiani.
701-4295.
202-701-4295. That's my manager, Kiani. Call him for bookings. When you want the morning night to do a show, we could do it. Book us together or individual, however you want to do it. Just do it. Make like that Nike sign. Swoosh. So, Felicia, did you get your questions answered? They gave you two different answers, but the same. Two different answers, but the same. Weezy, we are women. Who taught us how to love, Weezy?
I think just having the examples, and like Molly said, the action and family. So my family taught me how to love. My family taught me how to care and give of myself. And also, Kiani said church, but God. But if you don't understand the difference between church and God, you can get caught up in that too.
We are the church. We are God.
Yeah.
So
we're made in His likeness and image. So therefore we are. But the thing is, I believe our families should be our first teachers of love. They should be the ones that show us and guide us in that way. That's not always the case, though. But a lot of times we have to learn love on our own. We have to learn love of ourselves because one, if you don't have the example, if you don't have anyone showing you that they love you or how to love or being your guidance, you're gonna fail in a lot of things. And love is not just lovey-dovey, I love you, or doing things for others. It's how you treat others. It's how you treat yourself. It's how you care for this world and those around you and not look for anything in return. It's understanding who and where people are in their lives and just accepting them for who they are and where they are. It's so many different things, so many different aspects of love. So I honestly think I learned from my family and also from experience.
Wow, that's deep. I learned from my family, but I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I didn't learn anything until I was laying on my deathbed. When they told me I wasn't going to make, when I was lying on my bed, when I started learning to love myself, that's when I found April 17th, when I started 2017, when I said there, I said enough is enough. Reese started loving Reese, you know, and I was in the hospital at that time, and it came to me like an epiphany, the self-love of myself, and I found out who I was and what I was, and ever since then, ain't no stopping the girl. But like you said, my first experience of love was my grandparents. Was that love from my grandma, my granddaddy? They said, "Oh, your granddaddy spoiled you, your granddaddy mess." I knew that my granddaddy loved me. Okay, he was cut everybody else out in the family, and he didn't say I love you and all that stuff. But I knew my granddaddy loved me without a shadow of a doubt. He didn't have to say nothing to me, and that's because how they treated me. I knew my grandparents loved me, but when it came to, and this is the sad part, but don't feel sad. Then when it came to my natural parents, I did not know if my mother and father loved me because I didn't feel that. I was getting it from my grandparents. I felt it like the heat, the oven was on over there, but over there it wasn't even, the furnace wasn't even hot. It was you know. So I didn't feel that. So it was a big disconnect, and I gravitated towards my grandparents, my mom's maternal parents being my parents, my maternal grandparents. I gravitate towards that. There was no better love than my grandma and granddaddy. Okay, I'm just telling you. And as a child, that's how I felt. So he didn't say I love you a lot to his own kids. He wasn't like I love you, good night, good night, good. But they said that to me every day, and I will require that. I will pick with them until they say I love you, I love you. My Uncle Stanley, to this day, he's not a big old emotional person, but I'd be like to Stanley, I love you, Stanley. I love you, Stanley. I love you too, Reese. Okay, bye. Then we can hang up. You know, it's my grandparents gave me that seed on what to require for love, what a love's supposed to feel like. But for the longest time, I ignored what they was giving me. Didn't realize that they was giving me the blueprint, and I was looking elsewhere for the blueprint because society said you're supposed to come from over here. You're supposed to get your blueprint from over there. But those people wasn't capable of giving me the blueprint. But my grandparents was instilling it to me the whole time. So my first love came from my family. My first love came from the love of God because that was always in me. Before I even fully understood what God was, I knew there was something higher. Where did that come from? That part, I don't know. But that was always in me, and my grandparents gave me the blueprint. But not until that my life was almost out. Not until my wick burned real down low when everybody gave up on me. My friends, my family gave up on me. They thought that was the end. Not until then that I started realizing who I am. And God loved me, and I got that second chance. I've been through a lot, y'all. I really do. I really had. And not until then I started loving myself. Then I felt differently inside. I felt light. I didn't feel heavy and this burden. I felt light. Like a lot was lifted off of me. That's all. And that's the God's honest truth.
Felicia says, well, for me, love is not doing anything to harm another human being. Help each other through this journey called life. Love everyone, not just color, but the person in that color. We get mad at people for the same things we do ourselves, and have the nerve out to forgive. And when I say mad, I'm speaking of all mankind. We have become selfish and hateful toward one another. Can't accept others' way of life. Mhm.
Wow. She said
Yeah,
a lot.
I agree. A lot of people forget we spirit. When you
Yep.
think you black or you African American, you from here, they white, they got you
We
already.
energy.
They
Mhm.
got you. You already part of the spell. A lot of people don't understand that. So they out here fighting, they marching. When they don't understand, we all one. We all supposed to be together. They find ways to divide us, and at the top, they working together. That's why you see Obama,
Exactly.
Bushes with Trumps, and Trumps with Biden. They not real enemy. They playing good cop, bad cop, and they got us at the bottom thinking to pick a side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got to wake up and understand we got to come together at the bottom so we can fight against those at the top. But we still divided at the bottom. You got white people thinking they better because they white. Got black people thinking that they supposed to be ignorant just because they black. They don't supposed to do certain things. I can't do this. I can't do that. Like, we got
I
to
hate
get that
that.
out of our vocabulary. We can do whatever you want to do. Whatever your mind desire, man, you can do it. Whatever you think of, you can do it. It's just we just got to get the help in each other.
Ooh, we got
I
another video,
totally agree.
Molly.
It's us against the government.
Yeah, you got a couple of videos. I don't know which one you want me to play next. You got Go-Go Influencer.
Okay, yeah, we could do the go-go influencer. I like that. This for you, Spicy Spice. Mac Mama Spice. Tina, I hope you're watching.
Had a chance to work on some go-go music in Washington, D.C. Yeah. I worked with Little Betty and the Masters, Red and the Boys, EU, Trouble Funk. So I had a chance to really expand musically in a different way. And it was raw and it was funky. And so I had a chance to do a lot of nice things, and I wasn't so LA industry bound. I didn't have to read the trades and find out what was going on. I was in the thick of it, which was nice.
Did you bring that back to Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Creatively, I did, because when we started rehearsing, it was very loose in terms of rehearsing, but precise. And whereas when you work back east with a lot of the young artists, they're raw. It's a very raw state. And sometimes when we rehearse in LA, sometimes we can get too industry oriented. We think about, well, what are the other bands doing? Whereas, when you're raw, it's just what it is. And I had a chance to bring a lot of that back to the fire. Did you try?
Now, I like the fact that all those bands that he talked about, Weezy, Molly, Kiani, I don't know if y'all know, but y'all heard of Reds and the Boys, Air Raid. There was bands called Class Band, Air Raid, Reds and the Boys. Y'all remember? Well, y'all wasn't around when some of these bands was out.
Yeah, but I heard
way
of.
back in the day. And they used to crank the Pump Blenders, the Physical Wonders, AM, FM, Top Secret. All of those bands used to crank. And it's awesome that Verdine White, that was Verdine from Earth, Wind and Fire, Giving Spill said how he came to DC and he heard Trouble Funk. Big Tony, what? Trouble, and all the choo 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 choo. Man, there was a lot of that going on. The synthesizer sound with the go-go and the congos. Am I saying that right? The congos. Because y'all don't say, I can't say congas, so I got to say congos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the congos. And it was just awesome. And how everybody that comes to the DMV or get that go-go experience, love that. So that's the root. That's the root song to rhythm and blues. That's the rhythm and the blues right there. I just love
rawness.
That's the rhythm and the blues of the rhythm and the blues. As far as how we adapt and morph that into something different. And y'all know the bands, the Little Bitty and the Masters, what? His voice. Essence, his Little Benny was slamming when James Funk and Benny was with Essence. What? Man, and Donnell and them, what?
That interview was at the time I was born. It was in '88. That interview.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Did Lil Benny. I heard of them, but I can't. I don't know how they was cranking with. I don't know how I feel to be in there seeing them live. But I heard the stories though. We interviewed them back on the Tom Mo show, and they did some big things. I wish it was like that today.
Rest in peace, Benny. Rest in peace.
I wish it was like that with the Go-Go today. That's all I do. I
It
know
was-
that Jill Scott did some things.
Everybody did some stuff with the Go-Go.
Yeah, Go-Go influenced a lot of
came
others.
down, Salt and Pepper, they ate it up. We was right there in the Safari Club with Herbie Love. I had a chance to meet them. I met Heavy D. A lot of people. Colonel Mighty and Frighty, they was doing Ragamuffin Love. They came down to Safari. They did it right there at Safari. Biz Markie was at Safari, but they was throwing ice at him. They was being rude. So yeah, they was Biz didn't do too good. So they just wasn't into that at the time. It's more the Go-Go. So when Colonel Mighty and Frighty, when they hit the Ragamuffin, oh man, that whole building was rocking. So a lot of artists would
might
come
know
down.
something about it. Bubaka, you know about that?
Say what?
Back in the day, Go-Go.
Yeah, but not when Reese was there. Reese was there when it was formulating Go-Go. I'm just I came later on. I'm more late 80s, 90s guy. Late 80s, I just started to jump off the porch. I was late 80s. I was like, real talk. Late 80s, I was like 12, 13.
In the late
So,
80s, you was just 12?
Yeah, I turned 14, 91.
Oh.
So, yeah, but I jumped off the porch before that. I was doing the Georgia Avenue days and whatever
That used
little
to be
go-go I
fun.
would go to
The
that they had
Malcolm X
outside.
part.
Yeah, they had Emory Park. Go up Emory, and then the next one they had down Banneker. They start up Emory and then end up down Banneker. So I was there. I live out up the street on Missouri Avenue. That's literally right up there. Yeah. So those are my that's my neighborhood. So yeah, shit. That's all it was, man. I remember when we first moved down here and I heard Go-Go. I moved down here like 86. And that shit sounded like trash. I was like, what the hell is that? Hell yeah, that because back then they had the tapes. And when people had tapes, it sounded like somebody, right? There was like, motherfuckers. Some people had PA tapes, but then you had a nigga that had recorded from the PA tape. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, we had dudes there with a recorder bootlegging the shows with their own recorder. They little Walkman and pressing it.
You know what I mean? So you got a nigga that wanted a copy of your PA tape. So that shit sounded even worse. And then back then people weren't using good tapes. You had to take put the little cotton in or a piece of paper in the tape to record over the tape. Tape. Yeah, cassette tape.
When he say PA tape, he talking about this right here, y'all.
Cassette tape. That's a cassette.
Yeah.
So the PA tape was the recording. The PA man was the PA guy, literally the PA guy. He did all the sound system work. He's the one that really made money. If you want to know anybody go back in the day that made money, it was the PA guy. It wasn't a group. It wasn't a manager. It was the PA guy. Because he the one sold the tapes. The manager would sell him the tapes, sell the reels to him from the show, and he would go home and record that and bring it the next week and sell it $10 a piece. And we would be out there picking it up, because Go-Go was like our shit. And you could be a star with Go-Go. You gotta be nobody. Huh?
I said $10 was a lot in the 80s and the 90s.
Hell yeah. So you bought that tape, you was blasting the shit out of it. And a lot of times you bought it because one or two reasons. One reason, they might have called your name on this, so you're a celebrity there for that day, so you're gonna buy that tape.
Or you rapping with the band, or like me, I was up there.
You don't know how many people got right. You don't know how many people got hurt just trying to be a celebrity for the day, trying to get their name called at the Go-Go. They shoving and pushing to get to the front, so the band can recognize them, and they get into it with another group, and another
And
crew, and
they
they fight.
holding up pieces of paper and bugs in there.
Oh, that was me. I was
that
up
was you on
front.
the paper.
I had toilet paper in there, but I was up front with a cardboard piece, like I was protesting, and had my crew on there joint. Hell yeah, man! What I stayed up front. That's what all the troublemakers were. If you went up front, you was about that life. If you wasn't up front, you only niggas that stayed in the back was niggas that was trying to be cool, or they was just getting money. But all the knuckleheads was up front, and I was a pure knucklehead back there.
There was Junkyard, and then there was Essence. But Junkyard hit a certain song. We were at the
Rough It Off.
club. I worked in the back.
Rough It Off.
You know, and I'm the lollipop girl. I'm running through the crowd selling lollipops and the cakes and stuff. They come back. Give me a piece of, give me a chili hot dog. You know, I work around, you know. But when one song come on, I would drop whatever I'm doing, and my cousin look at me. I'll take off to the front. They would clear the path, and me and Al from Golden Rule, shout out to Al and the Stepping Soldiers, we get up there and lose our mind. Bugs used to laugh. He was like, "This is he cutting up on stage again?" Man, I jumped up when we used to jump. It was just a certain song that they hear. They don't let the hee haw. Let Reese do the hee haw.
Oh, we remember. Hey. Oh yeah, the hee haw. The hee haw. I used to do the hee haw.
Name, you know, they would call your name. Let Albert do the hee haw.
Yeah. I went by a different name back then, but yeah.
What was you, Spanky? What was you, little rough? What little pistol starter? What you, little gun smoke?
Not little rough.
My name always is wild. I used to be called Blunt Face.
What?
Because I kept a blunt on my face.
OMG.
Nah, I'm telling the truth. I used to be called Blunt Face because I kept a blunt on my face. That's it. I'm telling you, hit Northeast Groove, hit Blunt Face. That's me. Lady, give me 1 second. I had to fade off for a second. I'll be right back.
Go on,
Right
fade
back,
right
right back.
on. Molly, we can set up the next video. Like I said, I was digging it. I had some stuff for y'all today. I had a lot of stuff today, didn't I, Louise? I covered a lot.
Yeah, you did.
What's up? I'm in the market in Lagos. I just want to let you all know, you want to be light skinned right there. You tired of being dark skinned, we got it for you. Huh? You want no more dark skin, huh? If you have hate for yourself, here's the place to be. Who don't want to be light skinned right now? Who want to get light skinned right now? Y'all think you slick. All you people lightening your skin, you don't even look light skinned. You don't even know that whole light skin. I know you dark skinned because your knuckles is brown. Get out of here with that. Huh? I know you. You can't trick me. Huh? Yeah. Fuck out of here.
He is so crazy.
What's up? I'm in the market.
And what they do, but it's true. A lot of dark-skinned women and men, they will lighten their face and stuff, but around their knuckles and stuff, that is dark. When you see people hands and stuff that look dark in their face, because they call that over in Africa. Well, Esther told me, and Esther and my old boss Alice, Esther was from Kenya. Alice from Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone people call it first color. Kenya, they call it first color. Well, I don't know why they call it first color. Yeah, I was like, what's first color? But over there, they lighten because they think that the lighter you are, the more accepting you are. They brainwashed over there. So they want to lighten their stuff up, and then they want to come to America. And over here in America, we looking like, what you got? Vitiligo? What you got? Your is black and your face, why you? You know, but he said, if you got that self-hate, if you hate yourself, Boubacar, we can't hear you.
He not in here.
Oh. Why you not in here, Boubacar? Let me add. Okay, there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Now, who you talking about, Nigerians?
Yeah, he was in Nigeria. He was in Lagos.
Oh, yeah, that was the thing, man. They messed up. They got caught up in that bleacher shit. You know, and the most beautiful ones are the darker ones. And I'm like, but, you know, people,
beautiful skin.
They made us hate ourselves all over the world. They have. They really have. And then now what we got to do, because that shit started from here, we got to rehab it from here. We gotta start loving black back here and spread it back over the world. I know I sound like Kiani, but it's the truth. You know, we gotta start back loving here and take it back around the world. You know, shout out to Kiani. But yes, it's true. We gotta start loving ourselves again as black people. The darker we are, the million we love it all, and we need to carry it like we used to in the 70s and 60s, because that spread it. But then came in that 80s mentality where everybody wanted the Jerry curl and had to be look like Michael Jackson. Mike, I love Mike, but Mike fucked some shit up here too, because everybody wanted to emulate Mike over the world. And so a lot of people, they wanted that skin complexion, you know.
Which they didn't understand that he had an issue.
Yeah, they
That's
didn't.
how
They
he
didn't.
did.
Had a
They didn't.
mental issue.
They
But he
did.
also
They
started
didn't.
having
But the thing is, Mike regretted that so much. He regretted that so much that you could see in his work as he got older was starting to be very Afrocentric shit, and everything was really about blackness and real shit. Like that song, They Don't Really Care About Us. That was all about black people. They made him redo the video.
Yeah, because he said Jew me, kite me,
Yeah, they
write
made
me.
try to make him
They
redo the
wanted
song.
him to take that out.
That's when
And
it
in one
became a
version he
rapist.
did.
But did you see the original video? Did y'all see the original video?
Yeah, it was in Brazil.
Yes, it was in jail. Because when I saw
Oh,
the
the jail
original,
one, yeah, that one too.
that's the original video, and it was depicting black people, like you would see lower pictures, and it'll go back to in the 60s and 50s when they're whipping black people, hitting them with the water, the dogs biting them. That shit was about black people, it was about the prison system, it was about all that shit. They did not, and I'm mad at Sony Records, they didn't want him to put that shit out. You know what I mean?
That's why he picked out the leaders. He said, if this was Martin Luther King, he wouldn't let this be. That's why he's talking about us. You know he's talking about us in that song. Because the lyrics.
Yeah, but they had him go to Brazil and shoot the video in Brazil. So when he shot the video in Brazil, I was like, what the fuck is this? When I was listening to the song, I was like, yeah, that's what Mike. Then I go see the video. Nigga, who you talking about? So now until decades later that we're, everything is getting exposed, Mike did, and then they showed that shit. And it pissed me off because Mike caught a lot of flack back then. And it was due to record labels and shit like that. We didn't even know it.
But
we just thought Mike was on some flake shit. But Mike was on some real shit. He was really, the moves Mike was making. Mike bought his masters. He bought other people masters. He gave other people back their masters. He kept some niggas masters.
Did you hear what Molly said? Bubba. Molly said that's when all of this rape shit started coming out. That's when they started to tarnish his name.
Exactly.
Facts. Every time they start doing something like that, they always find something.
Every great person of color, they got dirt on them. They set them up so they can have the dirt, so they can pull it out when they need it, and then want to expose you there.
And a lot of those people
that boy from with that movie Lovecraft, was it Jonathan Majors?
No.
He's another person they've been going after, and even my wife was like, "Yeah, I don't know." You heard it, so I'm like, I didn't say much about it because I really don't know the young man, but I like the work he's been doing. And then it showed now that yesterday they subpoenaed yesterday subpoenaed
the recording. We got it. We got a video.
Yeah, his driver. Yeah, they subpoenaed his driver. His driver said it was her that was doing the attacking. And then I thought
that's Tory Lanez
last night.
No, that's Tory Lanez and Meg and all of that's them. I know what you talking about, Booba. That's Tory Lanez and Meg.
I got one with Johnny the Major talking to the white girl that he used to be with. And he was like, "You messing this up? You drunk and all that."
Yeah,
Molly,
but hold on. But the accusations that she put out there made it seem like he was
the man lost a lot.
Yeah, and the conversation.
We got it. We're gonna play it because he's telling her, "You messing up my brain. You out there drunk and cutting up." And she was like, "I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry."
No, she did that
the one where she chases him. She chased the nigga in New York. He literally pushed off her, trying to get her off him, and then she chased the nigga for 5 blocks.
They got her on video camera on all the little street cameras. She's chasing this nigga is literally running like he's a slave.
Oh, Molly funny. He's circling the play button.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, play Molly.
Period. This is actually, period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really know, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't. So, like,
No. Do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm
No,
sorry.
let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my travel, blah, all that said, right? And I'm not saying I'm a great man, I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it. Or I would have felt bold enough like, oh, babe, let's just go to bed. Which I said, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not hungry, blah, blah, blah. Because Grace isn't here. Why? She was drunk. Why else? She was clogged by whatever was going on. You know what I mean? Fine. I can take that. Fine. What are we doing right now? Period. This is actually, period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really know, baby? Do you really?
And you know, all I hear is the man being upset and disgusted, and expressing.
I don't hear nothing abusive in there at all.
I don't hear nothing abusive.
I don't hear nothing abusive in there at all.
And she was wrong. She was drunk, and she was like, I'm sorry. She's begging him for forgiveness. I didn't, because if a nigga jumped on me and whipped my ass, you think I'll be crying this? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm like, you did this. You did this.
Amy, she sounds like I one of those type of women I don't even like. You just sniffing. I'm sorry, sir. And say, no. Woman up, damn it. On your shit, say, my bad, nigga, I'm going to bed.
Yep,
but don't
I was drunk. I'm grateful out there cutting up.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I'm listening to him, and I'm listening for the arrogance, I'm listening to all that. But it's not really that. He really on his shit. This nigga, like, he know his position. Like he said, it's not about me. It's my people, my culture. Like you can hear the guilt in his voice for fucking with her, for her being a white woman.
He picked
you
the
can hear
wrong
the guilt in the nigga's voice. He's like, look, it's my people, my culture. Bitch, you tried to put yourself in Coretta Scott King place. You gotta put yourself in Michelle place. You know who I am, bitch. I'm a great man. You know, I know. No, you don't.
She's not there. She's not there to sacrifice for the team. She's not there to build up. She's there to distract.
No, she's just a white girl that's on the, you know, and nothing wrong with white women either. You know, shout out to all my white women, you know. But no, it's just she I don't even say white girl. She's just one of them women that's just she's just there. She a strong woman wouldn't even be having that conversation with.
A strong woman when they got publicly drunk and embarrassed the brand.
That part. My wife, look, we go to certain places. My wife, if anything, she get one glass, if that, because she out there. She don't want to portray herself in the manner, the way people can be speaking on my behalf, speaking about me because she represents me. Right. And the same way, I go places with her, she's like, I don't get too drunk. No, I'm not. I got pickle juice in the car. So don't worry, you know, you don't do that, especially like you would never catch me at none of my wife's events, anything with her co-workers, anything getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Like That's what he's talking about. And then if he out there doing the movie, when you doing the movie, more like he's somewhere, he probably not always. They rent a hotel room or something, and you don't came with him being his wife, and you out there partying, getting drunk.
And who else? You know. Sorry to say that when white people party, they party.
They
turn
party.
up.
And think about this.
They turn
you
up.
don't know. He don't know who you with.
That's the wilding out.
Right.
We've
And nobody
seen
know
it.
who.
I've seen it.
Nobody know who girlfriend you are, so they gonna go at you, and you can go have your fun. While in the meantime, this man busting his ass over here to be the Barack Obama for his people. You know.
And he home. He said entertaining. He home. Where's Grace? Grace is out partying, and he home. That's messed
Exactly.
up.
And the thing about it is, you hear him talking about a plan. This nigga could be talking about running for president one day or something. You never fucking know. And she is right now doing that. That's why I said they try to ruin this young man. He lost so much, man. He lost so much. Even that movie Creed didn't do well because he was in it. That's messed up. And that was a good movie. I like
Jonathan Majors is a good actor, but they
Yeah, he
going
is.
on, oh, he did this, he did it, he abused this, he abused that. And Jonathan, shame on you because you didn't pick the person that come up with you in the struggle that's going to appreciate and learn and know the plan. You picked the wrong person.
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
grandmother used to say, don't bring him home.
Oh
if they
no,
can't
oh
use
no.
the phone.
Keep a lookout. He make it through this storm. Keep a lookout who he be. That nigga be with Lupita next.
But
Lupita.
he already with Megan Good, right? And Megan standing
Right.
beside him. You know, so he should have been. Look, if he should have been with Good from the beginning. But see, sometimes
Good was
and let me
married.
tell you,
Megan was
she's
married.
to the preacher. Okay, at the time, I'm talking about somebody like her. And a lot of times, with our black men, they will use a white woman or other woman as a distraction, as a lure, because you know you made it when you got a white woman on your arm. So many men use white women as trophies. Oh yeah, I'm up here. I could date with the white. I'm part of the elite because I'm dating. Oh, I got this,
Use
on
a
my
dummy.
head.
Use a dummy.
A lot of people think that way, Bubakar. You know they do.
I dated a white woman. Well, it was extra more than just dating, but I was young, in my teenage years. But I mean, like I said, it wasn't about that. And I was wrong back then because I used to try to hide her. She looked good too, but I was so Afrocentric, I was ashamed of it. And so she was come to my house like late night and we get our thing off or whatever. She showed at my house one day during the daytime. And I cussed her out. And I thought some niggas ran away from seeing them. I was like, damn, I'm a sellout. You niggas gonna disrespect. They was like, you fucking sell out your court. I was so stupid. But she was a good woman. She was a good girl. If I go back, I would have kept her. Because she was nice to me. And now, I screwed up. So if you tell me you out there, I'm sorry. But it was never about that for me. It was just, she was just good. I mean, a lot of dudes do that, just like you said, is the thing. Me personally, after going there and I went back several times with some other white women, it's nothing. It's women are women. And if you go to a woman, it should be because how you feel about her, not because of race. A lot of dudes do that for the race. I'm gonna give you a light-skinned baby. And I'm gonna make sure that, nigga, please. Man, let me tell you something. They trying to buy our skin right now, man. I'm so happy. They trying to buy our skin.
And what do? We bleach our skin. They trying to buy the melanin and we trying to white it away.
Right. Even like we were talking about diseases yesterday, and I was like, my family, we Garvians and shit. So it's like we really strong with our blackness. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too much mixing in us, for real. And we talking about this shit. I wouldn't ever call it like allergies or something. We don't get even the diabetes in my family and high blood pressure. It's something that you bring on yourself. It's not genetically passed on in our family. Until the day is if somebody catching my family, that's because you brought it on. You didn't take care of yourself. It's never nothing hereditary. It's type 2 diabetes. It's everything you can bring on yourself. That's why when I go to the doctors, I'm good because I try to watch for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling my daughter yesterday, too much starch. You're young, so learn to start eating right now. She's a great cook, but just you gotta understand. So I try to get them, doing sports. My oldest, she go to the gym, and the youngest, I'm getting her back in sports because all this shit you want to do this year was golf.
Golfing cool, but you ain't gonna be losing weight like that on the golf course.
Yes, yeah, you do. The stroke, the swing, the
Nah,
walking, the
it's
carry
most of the
bag.
walking. It's that walking. When I go golfing, that's what I do. 9 holes, doing 18 holes. PCOP on TV to try to make it seem easy. No, it is not. No, it is not. You walking that shit.
That's what I said. Golfing is
I
good
do 9 holes,
exercise.
yeah. But they kids, especially kids, they only do like 6 holes, you know what I'm saying? 7 holes. Like she's 14. So well, she'll be 15 next month. So oh, shout out to my daughter, my oldest. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Marlana.
You almost forgot. How you gonna forget that?
No, I didn't forget because this morning when she left, we had breakfast together. And we gave her gift. Yeah, she had to go to work.
Marlene, what do you got to say about Jonathan Majors and his court case with that lady?
Happy birthday, young Booba.
Thank
Baby
you.
Booba.
That's my man, Jonathan Major. He's one of my favorite actors of the day. I think they targeting him right now. You know, I ain't care he talk to a white girl. Like I tell everybody, when y'all had kids, that kid gonna be black regardless. You know, that's like we Kool-Aid. You know, when you that a little bit of Kool-Aid in the water, it's gonna turn that color. And the more you dump into it, it's gonna eventually become that color. So I don't really trip about the race thing, but with him, I think he was a good actor, especially in the Marvel universe, because he played Kane the Conqueror, and Kane the Conqueror, he's everything. Like without him, like it's nothing. So they taking him out the movies now, pissing everybody off. Ain't too many people watch Ant-Man just because of the things he going through. You know, ain't too many people watch Loki.
I haven't seen Ant-Man yet, and you're right. I ain't seen Ant-Man yet.
Yeah, I like Jonathan Major. I like Lovecraft Country. I like the black western they had, The Heart of They
Oh, that was good. That was good.
I like him.
I like Creed also. But like once again, they try to do that.
Well, I didn't see Creed 3.
Yeah, that was good.
I
with
got
him
to
and
see it if it's out yet. So.
Yeah, no, it's out. It's been out. It's on.
Did it come out earlier this year?
Yeah, early this year. But that's when all this crap came out early this year too about him, and they were talking about him being abusive. All these other women starting to come forward and all this extra. And now you see this. Why as soon as this come out, you heard nothing from none of the other women, because everybody see the opportunity. Soon somebody's in trouble. If I know Reese and Reese been touching niggas and niggas is suing, I'm calling. Reese touched me too. Yep, I remember that incident.
Reese touched everybody. We gonna put it out there right now because I got a thing for men with triceps and biceps. And if you got a big arm, I will squeeze your arm. Is that sexual harassment? I don't know. Maybe.
It was the other way around.
If you could squeeze my arm, I don't care. Squeeze it.
No, I'm just saying, not you, but men, period. We walk around squeezing women.
Take that too, Tyree, right there.
Take that what?
No, I was just telling my son he's taking the trash out, and I was just pointing to something to take the trash out. He's going to pick up the flyers for New Year's Eve. Well, she's going to deliver it to him in the store for New Year's Eve. Yeah. Shout
out to Gwen from last night. Good show. To everybody that came out last night. Or Henry. A happy belated birthday to D Sharp. Yesterday was his birthday.
Sharp. Oh, Shakes, D Sharp.
Yeah.
The dirty 35 now.
Skip the Dip. Dirk Skip the Dip was there. He did his thing. He about to go on tour too with Oral. Carlton Morrell.
I'm going somewhere with them. Y'all ain't. I'm going somewhere with them jokers.
What?
I said I'm going somewhere with them jokers.
Oh, okay. C Murder came through, aka C Morrell. That's Carlton Morrell.
Carlton Morrell.
He did his thing. Man, everybody, you know, of course.
Can you put a bag in, please?
Say what?
No, I was talking to my son.
Yeah, man, it was a good show last night. It was a good show. Shout out to everybody that came out with their ugly sweaters. Man, it was a good show.
All right. I'm glad it was a good show.
Oh yeah. Nice little turnout. It was nice. It's getting bigger and bigger every time. So that's a good look. And they want me back for the next one. I'll be there for the next one.
That's good. It'll be bigger and bigger. That's what I'm talking about. Growth.
Yep.
Growth.
Where you at tonight? Are you doing something tonight?
You where I'm at tonight? My son's working tonight, so no, I'm not. But as soon coming to the new year, we got a plan in full effect. It's getting to that
we
time,
just,
Bubakar.
and we gotta buy you just a little bucket for you, and I come be driving you around. We're gonna have to do that.
Booba, tell the people where you gonna be this weekend. Doja Baby is in town, but I don't know where he is yet.
Well, nah, tonight I'm gonna be with my daughter. We're gonna be eating somewhere.
Thursday. Happy birthday, little Bubakar.
Yeah.
Look, Lee just finally getting there. Look at stepdaddy. Just there.
Where's she at?
She's right there.
I don't see her. Lee, where you at, Lee? Oh, mama. 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 Mama.
The shots for Rona and fish. God is my witness.
It's hard not knowing who's really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me today. I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up.
I see you in the world, Lee.
I said, the wrong path. I had to rewind.
Get Reese book, y'all. Stage with Griffin.
Because the song is real. Listen to the words.
Oh, yeah.
His mama, he missing his mom. His mom is passed on, and that was my my little cousin wrote that for his mom, and then she not here no more, and it's heartfelt, you know. That was just sister, and it was heartfelt.
Oh, okay.
So that's on me. That's why I use that, you know, and it touches a lot of us. And when my grandmother passed, that song just seemed to be fitting, and a lot of us lost our mom. So at that time, that song just stuck in my heart. And Marley liked it too. So when you listening to the words to it, it's deep.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's deep.
You got a video for it?
Nope, but he should. Just is working on some stuff now. Some of his other stuff.
Yeah,
Oh
should.
man, he got one joke that I like. I gotta play it back again on the show. And it got like an old school beat to it. It's the do 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 that MC8 beat and Montel. Yeah, he did a joke to that. And I like that. Yeah, he did a joke to that, and I really like that one. So that's one of my, you know, and I like the words that he's saying.
Just
in that
talking
song.
about that song. Just talking about that song, I got good goosebumps and shit.
I know it's like you get all nostalgic. I think
Yeah,
about my son's
I mean,
song and all that crazy
Because
stuff.
during that time period, man, those songs got you through. I'm trying to tell you. Because
Yes,
the mentality out
it
here
did.
was crazy. So you had to listen to shit like that to kind of keep your mind right. You know,
Do-
Scarface, the MC.
You remember? You remember? Keep your head to the sky. Be optimistic.
Yeah.
That's what that song came out by. Sounds of Blackness. I used to play. I used to no matter how hard life seems, hold on to your dreams. That's back when I was rapping, and I would have that in the back of my mind while I was out there rapping and performing. I was doing bars. I'm out there rapping and dancing. I think I performed just about all of my life, Bubakar. I performed just about all of my life. I was in the kindergarten and the thing and the plays and stuff at school and chorus. As it got older, I was always doing something, whether I was writing, rapping, and look at me now, I'm up there telling jokes. I've always been a character, and they was like, "You crazy, you funny," but it never registered. Get out there and tell jokes. It never. I was always joning and stuff, always cutting like them battles that they did, a little battle roast thing. We was always doing that, but it never registered. Ding ding ding.
That funny bone didn't kick in till I always loved comedy, man. Don't get me wrong. Since I was a kid, anything made me laugh, I was laughing. But me doing the comedy portion of it or being voices about it wasn't till like shit till I moved to DC and I was in the in the 5th grade, and a buddy of mine, Giroux, this nigga was tall as shit, and he had stayed back. So he already seemed like the father of the whole class and shit. And this nigga could jump. And so I always offered him to fight. Cause I couldn't talk much. I wasn't about that life. I was about, I was throwing hands.
Thug. Go ahead, little thugger.
Nah, it wasn't even thugging. It was just like, that's just how I was raised. My father raised me that way. My father had a temper. And you jump out there, yeah, he'll put that foot in that ass. And so that's how I was. I didn't talk much. But with this, I'm going to Catholic school. I'm in New City and all this shit. I offered nigga to fight. He didn't fight. He just jumped, and then which made me look even more stupid. And I'm looking. So after a while, I had to I fought a couple of people now. I had to shut them down, but I had to learn how to jump because there's no way around. I couldn't fight everybody, so I had to learn how to jump. And because of that, I think that's why I'm the way I am now. Because Drew could jump like shit, and then oh man, we used to do my teacher on Nativity Catholic School, right? So we had this great teacher named Miss Ladney. She's still around too. Shout out to Miss Ladney. She used to make us stand up in a circle and read orally. Oh my God, call that the ring of death. Because man, if you was not a fluid reader, talk about an audience like you on the TV show. You stutter. Niggas out there sweating like they in court, man. I get in court testifying with the whole crew looking at you, nigga. Oh my God.
We gotta testify and let the people know that you're gonna be with your daughter tonight. So we be back tomorrow on Freaky Friday. But Kyle, the question one of the viewers asked me, and it's a question that's gonna go off to all the men tomorrow. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek, right?
Okay.
What is arousing about a butt?
A butt?
Think about it. Don't answer it now. What is arousing when a guy see a big booty? What is going on through their mind after they part them cheeks? What is there? So what is so arousing about a butt? That's the question for tomorrow. Think about it.
I know about it. I'm ready with my answer.
Wait till tomorrow till the rest of the guys get it. Gotta wait for JoJo and Kiani and Phil. If Phil come on tomorrow, Phil, if you come on tomorrow, we want to know about why you like ass, nigga. Why you like, so that's the question.
No, the question would be why you don't like ass for anybody else.
Look, ain't nothing
that's another podcast.
But you fart. Tomorrow, the Morning Mac Show, Freaky Friday. We will talk about ass, assets. Ask anybody. You can ask anybody about the assets.
Hey, no, they consider assets now. Some motherfuckers buying them, investing into them. So,
yep, BBLs. Yeah.
And Jennifer Lopez, she had back in the day, and she probably still do, have her butt cheeks insured. Okay. Yep, you can get your ass insured.
I should have got mine insured. I lost the cheek. Damn. I wonder, can I get it for half?
You'd have got paid, Reese. You got. Oh yeah, do if you knew. If only if you knew, you could just show your ass back there.
Get it for half price. Yeah.
That's what they can get it for now.
Half off. You get a half off. I give you the hot sale. You get a half off.
Is it left cheek or right cheek sale?
It's the right cheek sale. Right cheek.
Right cheek is half off. The other one full price, but the right cheek is half off.
Because it says stand to my left because you ain't right. And they took their whole right butt cheek. Like, bye, cheeky. And that was the only cheek that I could make jump. Like to the
Did I have a prosthetic cheek for you?
Oh yeah.
There's no such thing as a prosthetic butt cheek?
I don't want a lip. I don't want an implant. I don't want, because this lets me know that cheek gonna let me know I've been through some stuff. That's like my bullet wound, my exit wound.
But think about it. You had that BDL, they'd be knocking down your door, knocking more than down your door.
They're not gonna knock down my door because the BDL, they're not gonna get no ass. They is not gonna get no ass.
Why?
So I don't know what they knocking down the door because I don't do that. I don't.
I told you before, Reese. So stop playing with these men out here teasing people.
You don't play with the dookie shoot. I don't play no backdoor action here. You not getting.
Who's talking about that?
I said they're not getting no ass, and you said why?
Yeah, but we talking about ass. We talking about butt, not butthole.
Oh, why you want a butt? You want to smack it like a coonga?
What you think we do?
Smack the boo back.
We love ass. Women,
Look.
y'all like ass too.
I'm the woman
'Cause
that
y'all be
danced to
always
the beat
talking
of
about
the
your
old
girlfriend
drum.
ass.
You just got one drum. You better play Babaloo. You better be happy like Ricky Ricardo, nigga, and hit the Babaloo, because you only got one cheek. You only got the left cheek. So
Well, at least you can like put his right hand on that cheek and then like smash the other cheek, like
you like back, boo back. Okay.
exactly. You put that hand down on one and on that flat cheek while you turn the body. That might work out though. You know, that might be.
It does. It does. It does. Don't you worry about it, boo. It does. I mean, you do what it do. Do what it do. Tomorrow, Freaky Friday, y'all. Booba tried to he tried to get some extra questions, y'all. The buttocks. Tomorrow.
Doing the butt. You started show off playing doing the butt.
Doing the butt. Sexy.
Ain't nothing wrong if you want to do the butt all night long. I don't know. Who knows is bigger, his or mine? I don't know.
Sugar Bear. I know Sugar Bear. Ow.
Ow. Oh, yeah. I used to run to him all the time, especially when I first started doing comedy.
Because that's Monty cousin. My girlfriend Tawana, her husband named Monty. Monty used to love when I call his name Monty. Monty.
Her name is Loyalty?
Huh? Her name is Tawana. Her husband's name is Monty, and that's Sugar Bear's cousin.
Oh, Monty.
Yeah. Back in the day, doing, but
you said they should have been cousins.
He is Sugar Bear's cousin. Monty and Sugar Bear.
Oh, okay. I think he's talking about
cousins.
her and her husband. They cousins should have been cousins. I was like, where's this conversation going? Okay. Oh, she's Sugar Bear's cousin. Okay.
He is Sugar Bear's cousin. Monty is.
Matter of fact, I think my wife people, they friends or even they're somehow related to Sugar Bear too. But you know, Sugar Bear from around here, so he gonna be, you know. I ran into him so many times since I've been doing comedy.
Look, Molly, I'm holding up the peace sign, Molly. That means cut it.
Oh, we going backstage, y'all.